This message is for my visionary leaders. So the 1% of the 1%. So this is for a very, very small group of people. Please take what resonates, leave the rest, right? Of course, this is my only account. Don't get scammed, right? And I'm going to pull some cards, but there was a channeled message that was coming through earlier while I was getting my nails done that I kind of wanted to share with you. With the Emperor on the bottom. So this makes perfect sense. You are now at this time where take the weekend to really use this new moon and Leo energy that's starting to wane a little bit to start writing down your new policies and procedures moving forward, because we've got Mercury retrograde coming up and you are not, your communication, as you can tell with my communication, is already starting to like break down a little bit because we're in that pre-shadow of the Mercury retrograde phase. So just take note of what's coming up, but things need to change. Things need to be like taken to the next level, improved. Streamline and simplify, leverage your time and your efforts. I'm also hearing hire someone to, whether it's even just one coaching session, to really break down your content pillars and your mission and your why and what you're actually wanting, what are you actually trying to do so that you can create the how through the content creation, through the videos, through the, and then that was the Empress. And then through the podcast. I'm hearing like you need to start the podcast like yesterday. You just need to start. A lot of this may seem overwhelming because you're shifting out of like, oh wait, but I'm doing this all by myself and I have to do this in order to make the money. And you need to flip into the identity of, okay, bitch, like I am for sure now 100% the superstar, the visionary leader, the rock star, right? So since I am embodying that as my $1 million identity, I would, of course, hire that person. Of course, I would delegate that out. Of course, I would do this. Like all of a sudden, the things, your to-do list is going to shift once you step into more of this authoritative millionaire mindset. So it's like, you have to think about it this way. What do you need to, what would your millionaire self be thinking? What would she be doing? What would she be like embodying? What would her to-do list be doing, right? Because if you already had the millions of dollars in the bank account, your to-do list would be a lot different. Does that make sense? It's going to be very important for you to also give back to the people who are helping you and assisting you, but you also need to make sure to make it fair for you. So when you're writing up these contracts, especially when you're looking at, because listen, here's what's happening. Your light is shining so bright that you're starting to receive a lot of opportunities, on speaking, on, you know, like brand deals, on managers approaching you being like, hey, I noticed you and I'm like seeing your work and I would love to represent you, etc., etc. You're going to need to be very careful when you're looking into these contracts and negotiations, because with this Justice card, I'm hearing that people are wanting to actually like latch onto you and like basically ride your coattails to success. And you need to make sure to protect yourself and saying and assessing the situation as an emperor and being like, okay, are they actually what are they bringing to the table in order to build your empire, right? Because if they're not going to be bringing anything to you as far as like they don't have the connections or relationships with brands and companies that you actually align with, you don't want to hire that manager. If that company only wants to be a gifted collab, you can say, well, I'll accept a gifted collab as long as it doesn't, as long as I'm not obligated to shoot a video or not, right? And then you can just leave it at that. And then then they might come back with an actual proposed paid collaboration for that thing, right? So you can turn something from gifted to paid if you want to. But this is really also about learning how that works. It's about increasing your knowledge on the current climate so that you can take your marketing to the next level and make it a lot more effortless so that you can get the traction that you want in a lot faster of a way. Does that make sense? Sorry, this is like becoming like 4.5 minutes. So I'll wrap this up. I'm trying not to do too many 10-minute videos. I guess maybe if you want a 10-minute video, but they took away the 3-minute feature. So I'm trying to talk faster. Okay, sorry. Once you do that and you make sure that it's like fair it's an energetic exchange for everyone involved, including yourself. That's the most important part. You're going to have so much to celebrate. I'm hearing like, you're going to be able like, okay, they're saying $7.8 million shining like the sun right underneath. Like I told you, this will, if you embody this identity and energy, I'm hearing $13.8 million by the end of the year. Holy shit. Right now, you're just kind of a little bit in this in-between world where you're trying to embody your new, you're birthing this new identity into being right now. You just have to see things from a different perspective to become the Queen of Wands. Because when you become a true queen, and again, this is not about masculine and feminine, like men and women. This is just like the energy. So like, just use your own pronouns, okay? But when you're adopting the Queen of Wands energy, it's very fiery energy, right? And it's also about like taking action, about birthing something into existence with like a full divine feminine, which also includes the dark divine feminine. So that's like with seduction, with like really being sensual, with like not apologizing, with, you know, like owning your worth, with, you know what I'm saying? Like there is something to be said about like igniting a fire and then like putting things in it to continue to burn and like build this like sustainable flame for centuries to come. Does that make sense? I don't know why that's the image that they're giving me. So hopefully that resonates with some people. And then, oh my gosh, and now I see the light, and it's like the fog has lifted. It is like when you finally own this shit, everything, like your Flynn Rider will find you. You're gonna have that Rapunzel tangled moment, like in the boat with the river and the floating lanterns all around you. Like I am seeing romance. I am seeing candlelit dinners. I am seeing you being swept off your feet. I am seeing people, like there's a line of people begging, like kissing the ground that you walk on, like really just like saying like, you know, sobbing every time you walk into a room because of that parasocial relationship, because you have cultivated a relationship where you genuinely care about the people who are supporting you. And because of that, you are going to be shown so much love. It's going to floor you. Like you have, because here's the thing. The thing is that you are in the process of increasing your capacity to receive love. That's really what's going to help you shoot to fame, because that celebrity energy is about the ability of receiving love, right? Because that's when the screaming, adoring fans and the paparazzi and people wanting to like come to all your concerts and to hear you speak and to talk and all of that. This is really, truly about owning the fame, receiving the love from your followers and community, and just like appreciating that, being grateful for that. That's how you cultivate more of that, where you just say, thank you for loving me. Thank you for following me. Thank you for supporting me. And being able to truly receive all that love without pushing it away is what's going to also help you attract more of that money to you, that support to you in every single area of your life. If you found this really helpful and you want to take things to the next level because you're almost there, book a coaching session with me. It's the only way in order to get a mentorship with me. My mentorships are a big investment and they're 3 months. So if you want to learn more about that, you need to book a coaching session, and you can do that in the link in my bio. If you want to actually take your transformation to the next level and like really get it done in a week, then come to my Disney spiritual retreat. It is more of a boot camp. We are going to go deep. We're going to go hard. We're going to go strong, and we are going to transform you so that you do not have to suffer again, where you don't have to go back to this old identity of struggling again, where you're going to be able to finally see the light. And now I see the light, right? And really understand, get your spirit guides, get your purpose, get your plan of action, and get all the tools and resources that you need. So by the end of the week, you know exactly what you need to do to get to where you want to go and receive all that fame, fortune, blessings, and everything in 2024. So all of the details of that are also in the link in my bio. DM me with any questions, email me with any questions. I am here to help you thrive and have it all, because you deserve to fucking have it all. Okay? I love you to the moon and back. You have got this. I love you, and kill it. Own it. Shine like the sun, because you are a fucking star. I love you.